can talk with me?
Yes, of course I can.
Tell us about the life of young people in your country.
The life of young people in my country. The life of young people in my country would look like it is very different than over here, but actually there's a lot of similarities. Like young people, you have to go to school. Most of them, they don't like to go to school. They want to go out, they want to be with friends, they want to hang out outside and do things. So in that way, there's a lot of similarities. Doesn't matter, you're in Europe, you're in Asia, or more particular between Netherlands or Indonesia. Young people, they look different, but all the same. Yes, you have different goals. So you know you have to study, but you don't want. And you know you want to be with your friends and have a good time, but you know you can't do it. So it's the same as over here. You have to find compromise between studying and having a good time.
Okay, for that, let me introduce myself.
Okay.
My name is Rama,
Yes.
and call me Rama.
Nice to meet you, Rama. My name is Pascal.
And I'm from Indonesia, especially in Mountain Salak.
Okay.
Bogor.
Bogor.
Yes. And what's bringing you here?
What brings me to Indonesia? It's actually quite simple. I used to work in Australia for a long time, and that's where I met my wife Herawati. So after we got married, we decided to come back over here to Indonesia, and specifically here the Cianjur area.
And how did you find this place?
How did I find it? Like I said, when after marriage, my wife, she is actually from Cianjur area, so it was not too difficult to find a suitable area of the country to live.
What's your favorite food in Indonesia?
My favorite food in Indonesia, maybe I would say ikan pepes. Ikan pepes masih ada sedikit di Magicom.
How long have you lived here?
I'm living in Indonesia now 10 years.
Yes. Well, what was your most memorable experience in Indonesia?
My most memorable experience would be a visit to a volcano close to the Bandung area. I think it's called the Tangkuban Perahu.
What do you think about Indonesian traditionals?
Indonesian traditions are actually very interesting because they are a very big cultural mix of different cultures. You find Islamic influences in it, but also a lot of Hindu influences you find back in it. Even if you go more back in time, you find more traditional animistic influences, and it differs very much by region. Like the Sundanese culture would be very different to East Java or even Bali, of course, because it's a completely different culture altogether with Hinduism. Yeah, but even if you compare, like, let's say Sundanese and the Bataks from Sumatra, so there's a lot of different things going on, and you do see that there's more and more a mix between even those smaller cultures happening.
And you speak Sundanese?
Sundanese, I only have a couple of words. I don't really speak it.
Can say tiris pisan with you.
Tiris pisan.
How have you adapted to local food?
I think actually quite well. I'm able to eat most of the local food. So if I go to other people to visit, whatever they have to eat, I have no problem with that. I just don't eat sambal. Sambal I don't like too much. At home, the cooking would be very multicultural. So it's not typical Dutch, not typical Indonesian, it's a lot of influences from everywhere.
Do you plan to stay in Indonesia longer?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What do you hope to gain from your experiences in Indonesia?
What do I hope to gain from it? I hope to be able to retire over here and spend time with my family.
How do you see the future of relation between your country and Indonesia?
I actually see the future between the two countries very good. We have come to a stage now that we can say from the past is the past. Yes, like you probably know, I'm from the Netherlands, so we had there's a long history between the Netherlands and Indonesia with a Dutch occupation being over here. Indonesian people are smart enough to know that that is part of the history and is part of the past. And the generation that is living now is smart enough to say we should embrace each other. The people who are living over here now and the people who are living in the Netherlands now, they have no relation to the past. So we are all grown up, we are all smart people that can learn from each other. So I actually see the future of that relationship quite good.
What do you find interesting about life in Indonesia?
There's a lot of different aspects over here are very nice, very interesting. Like I said, culture is one part. If you have a look at the opportunities you can have over here with natural resources, that makes it very interesting. Then the climate as well. Bear in mind that there's also something like climate change happening over here, but those kind of things that make it actually very interesting.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very
Thank you for
welcome.
sharing.
You're very welcome.